Start speaking now.
Hey Sam, I'm glad you bought a laptop for university because you'll probably use it every single day for assignments, research, and online classes. Since you mentioned that the battery dies quickly, I think you should start taking better care of it now before the problem becomes worse. First of all, avoid keeping your laptop plugged in all the time. A lot of people do that, but it can slowly reduce battery health over time. It's better to unplug it once the battery is fully charged and recharge it when the battery level becomes low. Also, try not to let the battery drop to zero too often because that can damage it as well. Another important thing is heat. If your laptop becomes too hot, the battery performance can decrease very quickly. Try using the laptop on a desk or table instead of on your bed or blanket because soft surfaces block airflow. You should also close unnecessary apps and lower screen brightness when you do not need it at maximum level. You should also avoid downloading unnecessary programs or keeping too many files on the laptop because that can slow down the system and sometimes affect overall performance and battery efficiency as well. Finally, keep the laptop clean and updated regularly. Software updates often improve battery performance. I would also recommend carrying the charger with you on campus, just in case you have long classes during the day.
Start speaking now.
A time when I made a good first impression was shortly after I moved to a new city for a job. At that point, I only knew one person there, a friend from university. A few weeks after I arrived, she invited me to her birthday party. Since I didn't know anyone else who would be attending, I was pretty nervous. I remember wondering if I would spend the whole evening standing by myself. Still, I decided to go because I wanted to meet new people and start building a social circle. When I got there, I made an effort to introduce myself to people instead of waiting for them to approach me. I asked questions, showed interest in their stories, and joined different conversations throughout the evening. By the end of the night, I was chatting comfortably with several people and even exchanged contact information with a couple of them. Later, my friend told me that many of her friends thought I was friendly, easy to talk to, and confident. That experience taught me that a positive attitude and genuine interest in others can go a long way.
Start speaking now.
In this picture, I see a busy supermarket that seems to be full of shoppers near the end of the day. There are several people buying groceries and waiting in line at the checkout counters. In the foreground, a cashier is scanning items and helping an elderly woman complete her purchase. The woman is smiling while paying with a bank card. On the counter, I can see groceries such as cereal, milk, vegetables, and other food items. Behind her, a mother is pushing a shopping cart filled with groceries while carrying a young child in her arms. The child appears calm and is looking around the store. On the right side of the picture, a long line of customers is waiting patiently at the checkout area. A young man is looking at his phone while holding a basket, and a woman wearing a headscarf is standing behind him with a shopping cart. In the background, more shoppers are walking through different aisles and selecting products from the shelves. Overall, the atmosphere looks busy, organized, and typical of a supermarket during a peak shopping hour.
Start speaking now.
I think the supermarket will become even busier over the next few minutes. The clock shows that it is 5 p.m., which is close to the time when many people finish work. Because of that, I expect more customers to enter the store and the checkout lines to get longer. The cashier in the foreground will probably finish scanning the elderly woman's groceries and help the next customer in line. The young mother holding a child is already waiting at the checkout area, so she will likely complete her purchase soon. There is also a chance that the child may ask for a chocolate bar or another treat near the checkout counter, and the mother might gently explain that they can get one next time. The customers waiting in line will most likely pay for their groceries and head home. Some of them may start preparing dinner for their families, while others might relax after a long workday. They could watch a movie, enjoy a snack they bought at the store, or simply spend time with their loved ones. Overall, I think the supermarket will stay busy until the evening rush begins to slow down.
Start speaking now.
Hey Sarah, I understand why paying in installments seems attractive because it's easier on your cash flow and allows you to buy expensive items sooner. But I really think paying up front is a much better option in the long run. First of all, when you pay up front, you avoid interest charges, which means you actually save a significant amount of money. Over time, those small interest payments can add up and make the product much more expensive than its original price. Secondly, paying up front gives you full ownership immediately, and you don't have to worry about long-term financial obligations or monthly payments. This reduces financial stress and helps you manage your budget more easily. Also, paying up front builds better financial discipline because you learn to save money before making big purchases. Overall, paying up front helps you save money, avoid debt, and stay financially responsible.
Start speaking now.
Hey, sweetie, I wanted to talk to you about the course you're thinking about dropping. First of all, I completely understand why you're feeling stressed. You've been putting in a lot of effort, and I can see that the workload has been overwhelming. Your well-being is my biggest concern, and I never want school to affect your health, confidence, or happiness. At the same time, I think it's important to look at the bigger picture before making a final decision. This course could play an important role in your future academic plans and career opportunities. If you drop it now, it might close some doors or make it harder to take certain programs later on. Instead of withdrawing right away, why don't we explore some other options first? We could talk to your teacher, meet with an academic advisor, find a tutor, or look at ways to manage your workload more effectively. Remember, struggling with a course doesn't mean you aren't capable. I believe in you, and I'm willing to help however I can. Let's work through this together before making such an important decision.
Start speaking now.
I believe people should have the option to continue working past retirement age if they are physically and mentally able to do so. Retirement should be a personal choice rather than a strict rule. Many older adults have valuable experience, skills, and knowledge that can still benefit employers and younger workers. In some professions, such as teaching, consulting, or mentoring, years of experience can be just as important as technical skills. Continuing to work can also give retirees a sense of purpose, keep them socially connected, and help them stay mentally active. Another reason I support this idea is that not everyone is financially prepared for retirement. Some people may need additional income to maintain their lifestyle, cover healthcare expenses, or support family members. Allowing them to continue working gives them greater financial security and independence. However, I do not think anyone should feel pressured to work longer than they want to. After decades of hard work, many people deserve the opportunity to travel, spend time with family, pursue hobbies, or simply enjoy a slower pace of life. In my view, the best approach is flexibility. People who are healthy, motivated, and interested in working should be allowed to do so, while those who prefer retirement should have the freedom to step away from the workforce.
Start speaking now.
Hey Sam, I just discovered something really surprising in the middle of the city, and I had to tell you about it. On top of a tall building, there's a huge vegetable garden covering almost the entire rooftop. Instead of seeing air conditioning units or empty space, I can see rows of tomatoes, lettuce, cabbage, carrots, pumpkins, and other vegetables growing in raised garden beds. There's also a greenhouse, where a woman appears to be taking care of plants, while another person is watering the pumpkin patch, and a gardener is harvesting fresh vegetables and placing them into wooden crates. What makes this place unusual is its location. It's surrounded by skyscrapers, busy streets, and office buildings, yet people are growing food right in the heart of the city. I can also see gardening tools, a water tank, a wheelbarrow, and even cranes transporting crates of fresh produce. The part I find most impressive is how they've transformed an ordinary rooftop into a productive farm. Honestly, I never expected to see something like this in such a busy urban area.